GM everyone, welcome to a quick market update. First of all, went back from spot portfolio into cash. I simply do what the systems tells me to do. I don't outperform my systems because the systems are designed in such manner that they protect your portfolio before a sharp move, right? So there are a lot of systematic approach and reasons why I am into cash at this specific area, right? So let's get into the charts. First of all, the bond yields are skyrocketing. This is making your investors feel more safer investing in bonds. That's having a negative impact on your risk assets, right? On the same time, the oil, I posted the update inside my Twitter. Unless and until this piece of shit is above this value area high, don't expect positive movements from your risk assets, right? Geopolitical conditions, oil, and these bond yields are dragging or manipulating your price action for the short term. Really wanted to see get below this value area low and drop below this point of interest. That will push your risk assets higher. But for the very short term, we do have monthly candle coming, so have to be very very careful in this specific area. And why is that? Because we do had some positive fundings from the last 7 to 8 days, which is quietly low fundings, right? Which is quite low, but it is what it is. It is positive funding, right? You can't ignore this, right? Which means a lot of traders had been chasing long positions from the past week, right? And we can see the evidence with the OI as well, open interest. These OI build up were basically the longs. The evidence is present on the funding rates. We had positive fundings and OI been building up, which means that this positioning had to be cleared out. The OI has to drop, which means the price action has to drop to some extent to take out these open interests that had been built up, right? So we can see we have clusters of liquidations that are being actively forming below 60,000, which is a possible threat for me in the very short term. We may see some sort of manipulation to take out these traders and then continue higher, right? We do have our GLI fair value gap, which is above current price. Our midterm bias is very very clear that we are going higher, but in the short term we can't ignore the fact that we have some clusters of liquidations forming below at the range lows, as well this wall low as well, right? So we'll be monitoring the wall low, if it comes or not. We do have a great support in the very very short term with this the value area low, right? So this can be a possible short setup for you. But let's get into the on-chain data. First of all, let me see if I have discussed everything. We have this positive fundings on coin analyze as well, which shows that long traders had chased that previous move, right? Right, Bitcoin adaptive sell side risk ratio is at this matrix is at its extreme lows where it formed bottom, right? These indicators basically tells you price action for the midterm, not for the very very short term, right? So it means that this is a very good zone from where you can start accumulating BTC, right? If you have DCA strategies. Bitcoin futures derivatives inside the leveraged sell-off ratio. You want to literally see it inside spot ratio before you get your balls in inside this market, right? This is very interesting to see. USDT market cap rate of change is slightly increasing from its lows, from where it indicated the bottoms in 2023 as well 2024, right? So it's slightly increasing. It's above the moving average at the moment, which is a good thing again, which gives us more confident for our midterm bias, the GLI fair value gap that's above current prices, right? So have to keep our eye for the very very short term picture. And here you can see that price action. We have the value area low, a great support for price. We do have the March low, the monthly open basically, right? So we can form a setup in this specific area where price can get back at this area. Let me clear this piece of shit. Where price can get back at these areas. From here we can find some short opportunities to target this if inefficiency completely, right? So we do have this value area low, which is great support for the price for the very short term. Keep eyes on it, because if it breaks below this value area low, this can again provide you a very great short setup towards these lows, 62,000, right? Towards these specific lows. So there are two short setups forming at the moment. This can revert back as well, but for that I'll be posting the update inside my Twitter. For this current moment, I am keeping an eye for a short setup from this specific area. This could be something like this, SL above the 68,000, and if it comes back and sweeps this high, that would be a short trigger for me, and I'll be targeting this specific value area low again, right? So this is very very short term trade for me. It could look something like this specifically if I draw it. price takes sweeps up this high, the SL would be above the current high and would be targeting this specific zone. The value area low would be a great target for me in the short term, right? So again, this all manipulation is done in the very short term to kick out those retail traders, those panic traders, and of course, this everything that you are seeing right now is to make your retail gurus more bearish for this bear flag formation, right? To target lower targets, but that's uh, possible with a probability rate of 1%, even less than 1%, that we are going towards these areas. We'll be seeing great long opportunities. These are the levels to buy BTC in your spot if you want to buy it from the range low right here, or even if this low gets swept and reclaims it, that would be a great entry for Bitcoin, right? For the very short term, you can sell at these range highs, right? So keep eyes on your Bitcoin as well. We do have monthly close in tomorrow. So this is a possible short setup for me. If it comes and sweeps this high, we'll be taking a short towards this value area low. Otherwise, the other short setup would be if price fails to hold this value area low and breaks below it, that would be a short trigger, and SL at the point of interest would be targeting these specific lows. I guess that's enough for today. Went too long into today's investing analysis. Make sure to manage your trades with proper risk management and do trade according to your own systems, right? Thanks for watching.